So don't forget, for my test, you can make a formula sheet. So think about that. So we're supposed to graph this parabola. So first, let's put it in the right form. Subtracting there, so y equals negative 4x squared. So a equals negative 4, and c would equal 1 over 4 times a, which is negative 4. So we get negative 1/16. So even though these are labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, I think I might consider, by the way, right away we know this parabola is opening down. Because it's y equals, it's negative, the focus will be below, so it's going to be 1/16 below there. I think I'm going to change the label, so I'm going to change this to 1/16. This will be 1/16. This will be negative 1/16 and negative 1/16 right there. It's hard to read that, but it's so the focus point would be right there. The vertex is there. That's the focus. The focus is at 0, comma negative 1/16. The directrix would be, it's hard to draw it exact there, but it'd be y equals positive 1/16. You can use your formulas for that if you need to. Oh, let me move that up. So let me change that. I forgot I changed the scale there. So 1/16 is 1 unit there. So it's got to be the same distance. So it is the equation is right. I just drew it in the wrong spot. Okay, and I'm going to go focal diameter is 2c in each direction. So I'm going to go 2/16, which is 1/8. So it's technically 1/8 right there, and negative 1/8 in the other direction. And I can draw my graph. So use that focal diameter when you graph it. I think that's all we need there. This one's already in the right form. That's pretty nice. You can tell that it's y minus k plus h here. So the h is going to be negative 3, and the k is going to be 0. So negative 3, 0 is our vertex. You can tell that it's an x equals and it's positive, so focus is going to be to the right of that. The a value is 1/4. So c is going to be 1 over 4 times 1/4, which is 1. So c is 1. So I'm going to go, this is my vertex. I'm going to go 1 to the right and make my focus point. I guess my focus, if I want to label the point, is negative 2, 0. The directrix would be 1 to the left of the vertex, so it'd be x equals negative 4. And focal diameter, 2 units up, 2 units down from the focus, is 2 times c, and you got it. So this one has a vertex at the origin. You can use your original formulas there if you want. So just, I kind of like to sketch it out. So 0, negative 3 is like right there's the focus, there's the vertex, looks roughly like that. So this is a c value. It's definitely negative, so negative 3. And 0, c, I think, is the formula. So a equals 1 over 4 times c. So negative 1/12. It's definitely a y equals, so y equals negative 1/12 x squared. X equals, I think the opposite of c is the formula, so I think c is negative 8. If you kind of sketch this out, x equals 8. There's a dotted line right over there, focus over here, parabola looks roughly like that. So a equals 1 over 4 times negative 8, which is negative 1/32. So this is an x equals graph. A is definitely negative, so negative 132 and y squared. This one, I don't know if that's related to the focus or not. I do know that's my h and k. So this would be my x and y. Sorry, this is definitely x and y. I don't know if that's related to the focus or not. Probably is not. So my formula for this type is y equals a times x minus h squared plus k. So plug in everything I know y is 4, a I don't know. X is 3, minus h is negative 3. plus k is -2. So I get 4 equals 6 squared is 36a minus 2, so 6 equals 36a, so a equals 1/6. So my equation is y equals 1/6 times x minus h, which is -3, so x plus 3 squared minus 2. Satisfies the given conditions, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So those are the focus points. And if I go one more, those are the vertices. So I know this is a vertical ellipse. I know that c is equal to 4, a is equal to 5, and the formula is c squared equals for ellipse, I think it's a squared minus b squared. So b 16 equals 25 minus b squared. So b squared equals, I think, 9. So b equals 3. So my formula has a center at the origin here, so it's going to be x squared over something plus y squared over something equals 1. It's vertically moving up and down, so that's a squared is 25. That's a squared right there. Horizontally, it's moving 3, so it'd be 9. So I think that'd be it. It'd be on 3 units each direction. Roughly like that. Major axis is 8, so a equals 2a is 8, so a equals 4. So b equals 1.5 because 2b is equal to 3. And focus on the y-axis, so it's definitely vertical. So we have, this is another ellipse, so x squared plus y squared. Vertical, so the bigger number is underneath here, so 16. This is equal to 3 halves, so that'd be 9/4. Just trying to do it in my head without using, and then equals 1. Graph the ellipse. Okay, it's getting in the right form. Divide by 9, divide by 9, divide by 9. This is 1/3. So we have y squared is 3, so up 3 and down 3 from 0, 0, and then square root of 3 to the right, which is like 1 point something. 1 point something to the left. And does it say graph the focus points? It does. So c squared, a squared minus b squared. So c squared equals 9 minus 3. Square root of 6 is like 2 point something. So there you go. I guess the order pairs would be 0, comma, plus or minus square root of 6 for the focus points. So I go up and down 2 point something. Those are my focus points. And this one is in the right form. That's nice. The k values, so that's going to be 0, comma, -2 for my h and k, my vertex. That's my starting point. I'm going to go up and down 3 from there. Right and left 5 from there. Draw my ellipse. I do need to figure out that c value, so c squared equals a squared minus b squared, so 25 minus 9, so c squared equals 16, so c equals 4. So we go over to the right 4, to the left 4, there you go. Those are your focus points. Would be at 4, -2, and -4, comma, -2 would be my focus points. Okay, so the formula for ellipse, x minus this is h, and k, so x minus 2 squared plus y minus negative 2, which is y plus 2 squared, equals 1. Horizontally, it's going, looks like to be 3 units in each direction, so that's a 9. Vertically, it's going up and down 2, so that'd be a 4. That'd be my equation. Hyperbola, we start about the same way. It's nice in nice form right now. So y will go up and down 4, x go right and left 3. Make the corners of your dot box, so complete that box that we started. Draw your dotted lines. It's horizontal because x is first, so these are the vertex points right here and here. So the graph is going to go through those points. And it doesn't say to find the focus points, so I think we're good on that. This one has a different center, right? So the h value is negative 3 because x minus h, y minus k, so k is 2. So negative 3, 2 is my center. Horizontally, it's going 3 in each direction. Vertically, it's going 2 in each direction. Complete the corners of the dot box. Draw the dotted lines. Let's see, this is vertical because y is first, so this is a vertex and this is a vertex. So the graph is going to look roughly like this and roughly like that. So C is equal to 12. Vertices, so A is equal to 6. I need to find B, so C squared equals A squared plus B squared. So 144 equals 36 plus B squared. So we get 108. So B is the square root of 108. A pair of 3s and a pair of 2s. So this is 6 root 3. Get an equation. So I guess I didn't necessarily have to get that exact value. So it would be, let's see, focus points are vertical, so it's y squared first. So y squared minus x squared. And underneath y, is, well, the first term is always the a squared term, which is, so this would be 36. This would be 108. I think that would be the equation. Transverse axis has length 4, so A is equal to 2. C is equal to square root of 7. So we have the formula C squared equals A squared plus B squared. So 7 equals 4 plus B squared. So B squared equals 3. So B equals the square root of 3. So let's see, transverse, so the focus points are horizontal, so the x term is first. A squared is always underneath, so that would be 4. B squared would be 3. I think that would be my equation. And this one might be, no, we're not quite there. There's a little bit more review after this. So the center there is at, I want to identify that at -1, 2. That's my h and k. That's going to be helpful. So this looks horizontal, so my x term is first. So x minus -1, x plus 1 squared. Did I put a minus sign on those? I did, good. Y minus 2 squared equals 1. Horizontally, it's moving over 1, 2 units, so that'd be 4. Vertically, it's going up 1, 2, 3, so that'd be 9. That would be my equation. And identify what type. You see the minus sign here. That's a giveaway. This is a hyperbola. So I'm going to group the x terms. So x squared plus 4x plus blank. Plus, this is a minus sign. So I'm going to group the y's here. So this is going to be 2y squared minus 12y plus blank. Complete the square here. That shouldn't be too bad. So I add 4 to both sides. It's going to be much tougher on the other one. So the x part's just about done there. Minus, I'm going to pull out the 2 first. What is that, 34? Half of 6 squared is 3. 3 squared is 9. But I really subtracted 18, so I got to subtract 18 over here. So I get x plus 2 squared minus 2 times y minus 3 squared. It's a minus sign. Equals 2616, I believe. It's kind of nice. Okay, divide by 16. So that's really 8 and 8 there. So what's the question asked? Identify the center. So the center would be at -2, 3. And my formula, I guess, would be x plus 2 squared over 16 minus y minus 3 squared over 8 equals 1. Right away, you see this has to be a parabola. Y is only through the first power, so let's keep the 2y minus 80 on the left-hand side, and let's put the other stuff on the other side. So I get negative x squared plus 24x. I'm going to pull out a negative there before I complete the square. So half of that number squared is 144. So I've got to subtract 144 from this side to be fair. So 2y minus 224. Wow. Negative x minus 12 squared. I'm going to add the 224. So 2y equals negative x minus 12 squared plus 224. Divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2. So you get y equals negative 1/2 x minus 12 squared plus 112. So my HK would be 12, 112. And that's the formula or equation. That's it. So hopefully I did okay on that. I know that was quick, but there you go.